So, today we're going to talk about something that's totally changing the game when it comes to owning a car. We're moving away from that old break then fix cycle to a future where your car can literally predict its own problems and tell you what it needs before it even breaks down.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You get that sinking feeling in your stomach when you hear a weird noise, or worse, your car just stops, leaves you stranded on the side of the road. It's frustrating, it's expensive, and it always seems to happen at the absolute worst time. But what if that whole nightmare scenario could just disappear?
For the longest time, taking care of a car has been completely reactive. We wait for a warning light to pop up, we hear that strange clunking, and then we react to the problem. The new way, it's all proactive. It's about using real-time data from the car itself to see the future, to analyze these tiny patterns, and to prevent the breakdown from ever happening in the first place.
All right, so here's our roadmap for today. We're going to talk about what this smart maintenance system is, how the technology actually works, what the real-world benefits are for you, and then we'll take a peek at what's coming down the road.
Okay, let's dive right in. The smart maintenance system. This is all about turning your car into an active partner in its own health. So the big idea here is something called predictive maintenance. Now, this is not your typical 30,000-mile checkup. Think of it as a whole ecosystem. You've got sensors all over the car, that's the IoT part, that are constantly gathering data. Then you have powerful AI in the cloud analyzing all of it, looking for clues. It basically transforms your car from just a passive machine into a smart, active data generator that's always telling you how it's doing. And this, right here, is the absolute game changer. It means your car can send you a notification that says, hey, my alternator is showing some early signs of stress. You've probably got about 2 weeks to get it looked at before it becomes a problem. That's the world we're stepping into. So that sounds amazing, right? But how does it actually work? Let's peel back the layers a bit. It really is like giving your car a constant 24/7 health checkup. It basically boils down to 3 simple steps. First, the car gathers tons of data. Every car made since '96 has what's called an OBD2 port. It's that little plug your mechanic uses, and it's a goldmine of information about everything from your engine to your brakes. Second, all that data gets sent to the cloud where these super smart AI models hunt for tiny, subtle patterns that a human could never spot. They use this to predict what's called the remaining useful life of a part. And finally, step 3, you get a simple alert on your phone or dashboard. No confusing codes, just a clear message telling you what's up. So you might be wondering, how good is this, really? Well, get this. Some of these advanced models are hitting a prediction accuracy of 97.5%. That's incredibly reliable. We're talking about a system you can actually trust. All right, so the tech is super cool, but what's in it for you and me? Let's talk about the real-world payoff, because it's all about making driving both safer and cheaper. And listen, we're not talking about small changes here. The results are really, really significant. Industry data shows that companies using this stuff can slash their vehicle downtime by up to 30%. And even better, they can cut their total maintenance costs by around 20%. Why? Because you're catching things early, before they turn into those huge, expensive emergency repairs. And it doesn't stop with just saving money. Think about safety. Getting a heads up about a problem with your brakes or tires before they fail. That's huge. It also helps your car live longer by reducing all that premature wear and tear. And you get service when you actually need it, not just because you hit a random number on the odometer. And just so you know, this isn't some futuristic fantasy. It's happening right now. Big logistics companies like Penske are using it to keep their truck fleets running smoothly. Researchers are developing low-cost devices for older cars, and even tech giants like Amazon are building AI co-pilots that can mix your car's data with things like the weather to make even smarter recommendations. Okay, so that's where we are today, which is already pretty amazing. But where is all this headed? What's next on the road ahead for maintenance? Now, it's not all smooth sailing, of course. There are some real challenges to figure out. Things like data privacy and security are at the top of the list. Then there's getting all the different car systems to talk to each other, the upfront cost, and, of course, just getting people to trust the technology. But these are exactly the problems the industry is working hard to solve right now. But despite those hurdles, the momentum here is absolutely undeniable. Look at this growth. The market for this kind of tech is set to explode from about $1.7 billion in 2025 to over $5 billion by 2030. That's nearly a 3-fold increase. This isn't just a trend, it's becoming the new standard. And this is where things get really cool.
Think about what's coming next. We're talking about AI that can predict the health of your EV battery, or generative AI that can take a super complex error code and explain it to you in simple English. Soon, more of this analysis will happen right inside the car for instant alerts. And the final step? A car that not only knows it needs a repair, but actually goes ahead and books its own service appointment for you. Wild, right?
And that really brings us full circle. This idea, this vision of a car that basically acts as its own mechanic, that takes care of itself, it's not science fiction anymore. It is quickly, and I mean quickly, becoming our reality. You know, all the amazing information we've talked about today is based on research from Fair Solution. If you want to dive even deeper into this topic and see more of their work, you should definitely check out their website. Thanks for watching.